Welcome back to the Joe Somebody Show. I'm Joe Somebody, and today I'm going to answer a question sent to me on Facebook from one of you at home. This question comes from Jeremy. Jeremy says, "Hi there, I'm taking my first cruise in December, and I'm kind of apprehensive about it. I've never seen or been on the ocean before. We're going to Belize, Isla Roatan, Cozumel, and the Cayman Islands. These are foreign to me, and I'm a bit worried about how safe these places are. If you could give me some advice on how to make my cruise enjoyable, I would appreciate it. Love your videos, Jeremy." Jeremy, the first thing I've got to say is, that's weird a little. I hope to not upset you by saying that, but you've never seen the ocean before. I think I would be pretty reluctant to take a cruise if I had never seen the ocean before too, so I don't think you're alone there. But hopefully I'll be able to share a couple things with you to make you feel better about your decision. In my opinion, cruises are fantastic. They're really the best way to do a vacation, to get to see some tropical places, and to do everything that you want to do for the cheapest amount possible. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that likes to do everything as cheaply as possible, but cruising really is a great value for your money. Just on board the ship alone, you're going to get food and entertainment and swimming pools, the hotel amenities, you know, all of that stuff. Not to mention the fact that you're going to be going to multiple ports of call, multiple countries, you're going to get to see beaches and a lot of really neat things. I definitely don't blame you at all for being apprehensive. I mean, you've never seen the ocean before, so you really have no idea what to expect. One of my primary concerns for you, Jeremy, is the fact that you may experience seasickness. Not to worry though, the ships are so large usually that you don't even really notice that you're on a ship unless you have some bad weather. In rougher seas they do pitch and roll and everything, but for the most part you just don't even notice that you're on a ship. It's like you're in a small city or something. I'm not a doctor and I don't even play one on TV, but I do know that your nerves can play a big part in whether or not you get seasick. If you're already feeling apprehensive about your cruise and the whole thing is new and exciting and it's a brand new experience for you, your nerves are probably going to be a little bit tore up, which is going to make it to where you're a little more sensitive to things. Your brain's going to constantly be going, "Oh, did I just feel the ship move? Is that normal? What does that sound?" But you'll probably soon realize that all of that worry is for nothing and start to relax. I've been to all of the places that you're going to go, and I've made various videos recapping my experience in these places, so if you haven't already, check them out. They're on my YouTube channel. They're also on realcruisers.com if you want to look on there. One of the most important things to remember when you're traveling is that a lot of other countries hate the US. They think we're lazy and we're fat, we don't shave for November, and they think that we're absolutely made of money. So a lot of places I've been to, you can tell that they just view us as if we're rich people getting off of our luxury cruise liner just wanting to throw some money away, and they want to be the people there to catch your money. I can't think of a time that I felt really threatened while I was traveling. Though there have been places like in Jamaica where they were a little bit more forceful, and everywhere you went people were begging and kind of doing things without your permission and then kind of expecting a tip for it. Use the same kind of logic you would in any other unknown situation, like walking down a dark alley. Though I love to explore the places that we go and take pictures and videos and everything to share with you guys, I always try to make sure that I feel very comfortable with my surroundings and kind of make friends with some other people on board the ship so that we can maybe do the same things together or run into one another while we're in the ports of call, and you don't have that overwhelming feeling of being alone in a foreign country. We didn't spend very much time in Belize. I don't really know why not. Ultimately, I just don't think we wanted to do anything that day. So I wish that I had seen more of Belize. I don't have a lot of information to share with you. I do know that that's a place that you're going to have to tender in. So the ship's going to drop anchor, you're going to take a tender boat into the port, and there's a shopping area and stuff like that. But I don't really know much more about that particular port of call, so I can't help you a whole lot there. Now, Roatan, on the other hand, is an island off the coast of Honduras. That's Mahogany Bay, Isla Roatan, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing, and it is a fantastic place. I really enjoyed that port. The ship is going to basically pull in, and you can see the beach from the ship, and it's just right beside each other. You know, you don't have to pay to go to the beach or anything. It's a really good experience, in my opinion. I didn't go wandering off there because we wanted to go to the beach, and the beach was right beside the ship, so I can say that if that's what you're looking to do, you can feel pretty at ease there. Cozumel is a very confusing place for me. It's one of my mom's all-time favorite ports, and she's been on plenty of cruises. But for me and my wife, you know, when people go places, they might experience something different than other people do. It depends on where you go. When we got off the ship in Cozumel, we didn't know where to go. We kind of wandered around a little bit, somehow ended up in a taxi who took us to Ocean Beach, which was not my favorite place I've been. It was kind of a high-pressure sales team of people there. You know, every few minutes somebody was walking by and trying to sell you something, because, you know, that's how they make their money. They're not just standing there on the beach to be at your beck and call for the fun of it. In my personal experience, going to Grand Cayman was probably one of my all-time favorite ports. And though I should actually watch my own video back, I don't remember that much about when you disembark the ship, what's around you, but I do remember getting a very, very nice cab lady, taxi driver, to take us over to 7 Mile Beach, and, you know, a lot lower pressure than, say, Cozumel. If you wanted a drink or if you wanted something to eat, you basically went up to the little grill or the bar and ordered it, but you didn't have the people walking by trying to sell you stuff every 5 minutes. And on that note, it's important to realize that while you're on your cruise ship, at least with Carnival, they do a lot of selling, you know. If you're laying out on deck, they're going to walk by every 10 minutes or so and they're going to try to sell you some sort of drink, the drink of the day, a bucket of beer, you know, something like that. So if you're annoyed by people trying to sell you stuff, or if you're not very resilient when people are trying to sell you stuff, you feel like you always have to buy whatever they're trying to sell, then you may not really like your first cruise experience. Maybe I'm just a jerk face, but it gets easier and easier to tell them no every year. Except sometimes they bring around these drinks that are in a monkey head, and I always almost want that. I don't know if it's the monkey head or... Long story short, I think that basically all of the places that you're going to are relatively safe. All of the ports that I've ever been to have felt relatively safe. Jamaica being among the ones that I felt a little more uncomfortable because people were very, very persistent, and like I said, even doing things kind of without permission, putting necklaces on you and then expecting to be tipped for it right away, and I didn't want the necklace. But I'm very interested to see how your trip goes in the month of December, so make sure you take a lot of pictures or take some video if you're the, you know, kind of guy that likes to do this kind of thing, and share it back with me. Go to realcruisers.com and share your pictures and your story and a video review if you want, and kind of share it with everybody and let them know how your first cruise has gone. I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm trying to answer your questions, but I know a lot of this is kind of vague because, you know, it's hard to answer a question like, are these places safe and will I have a good time? It's all about the person, and with my experience with cruising, people either seem to love it or they hate it. And it's very unfortunate because for the people that hate it, they really despise it. And I feel like they judge those of us that love it. Like, you know, we're subpar second-class citizens with low taste. No taste. We're day class A. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But point being, if you go into it with reasonable expectations and understanding the fact that you're living on a ship, you're liable to feel a little bit of movement, you know, that kind of thing. People are going to try to sell you things, and you're going to feel moderately uncomfortable when you're in a foreign country because you're in a foreign country, then I think with those things in mind, you'll probably have a really good time. And I am honestly excited to find out whether you did or not, so please let me know. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my new videos when they come out. Follow me on Facebook where we can talk about things and stuff. And if you're one of those people that tweet to me on the Twitter, because I also have it but don't use it very much.